If you're over 60 and thinking about Social Security, you've heard the same advice. Wait until you're 70. Get the biggest check. For some people, that may be right, but there are 5 specific situations where filing at 62 is definitely the smartest move. I'm Daniel Perryman, former hospital CEO. These are the exact reasons I've decided to file at 62, including one that almost every retirement calculator completely ignores. Let's get into it. Reason number 1, and this one has nothing to do with the math. If you're anything like me, now that I'm almost 60, my body just doesn't work or recover the way it used to, and I want to enjoy life with health and mobility while I can. Having extra money, especially with the prices the way they are now, lets me do that. Not later, but now. I call these the go-go years at between 62 and 72, and that, in my belief, it's where me, you, everybody else is going to have the best chance at living a full life in retirement. That's when most people have the health and the energy to actually use their money, to travel, to be present with your grandkids, to do the things you've worked for your entire life. After that, life tends to slow down a little bit and our health definitely deteriorates. So you can't get those years back. Money later doesn't fix that. And living this full life in retirement is why we work so hard in the first place, right? So before I go on to number 2, if you're getting value from this video, consider subscribing and also checking out the other videos on senior safety on my channel. I cover a lot of important topics, and so I cover Medicare, Social Security, scams, AI, all kinds of stuff that affects me and you at this stage of our life. Okay, reason number 2 is one that has been keeping people up at night since I was a kid. I remember my dad talking about this, and that's Social Security running out of money. You've heard the warnings your whole life, but here's what the actual numbers say, and this is what it means specifically in 2026. I'm really curious if you actually heard this as a kid. Comment below if you actually heard that the Social Security was running out, and wow, it's been almost, 40, 50 years ago that I heard it. But this isn't speculation. It kind of is, but this is in the Social Security trustee report. And in 2026, they're saying that by the year 2033, which is just 7 years away, that the trust fund will only be able to pay about 77% of what it's paying now. So you could be looking at a 23% or more reduction. Here's what it means today. If you wait until you're 70, you may be collecting on a lower percentage if this actually goes into effect. So if you file at 62 and you're already 8 years ahead of that reduction, you're going to get 7, 8 years of the full amount. So reason number 3 is protecting the savings that you've already built. So if you draw Social Security at 62, this reduces what you need to pull from your savings every single month. And that matters more than most people realize. So every month, say you have $300,000, the average middle class is said to have $250,000 to $350,000 in retirement savings. And that's not a lot of money for retirement. But if you take Social Security early, that can supplement your monthly income by, say, $1,200 to $1,500 a month. And that is money that you do not have to pull out of your savings account. So this is about protecting the savings that you've built over your lifetime. So whatever you've saved, every month you don't have to touch that. So the Social Security at 62 actually just buys you more time with your savings. Only 2 reasons left. And the next one, reason number 4, is the one that most retirement calculators miss. And I learned this from being inside healthcare for almost 20 years. It surprises almost everyone. Reason 4, and this one comes straight from my time running hospitals, Medicare doesn't start until you're 65. So if you retire at 62, you have this 3-year gap where you are fully responsible for your own health insurance. And health insurance is very, very expensive, and it's getting more expensive every single year. But if you can see from this chart, for a couple in the early 60s, private health insurance runs between $800 to $1,500 a month. And so that could be up to $18,000 a year coming directly out of your retirement savings. Most people never connect these two decisions, But in 20 years running hospitals, I've watched it happen over and over again. And it's not a trap, but it actually catches people off guard every single time. Social Security at 62 can actually cover most of that gap for many people. Your savings stay in your account instead of going straight to an insurance company for 3 years before Medicare even starts. So the gap is real, and Social Security at 62 helps bridge it. So reason number 5 is the break-even calculation. So really simply what this tells you is to come out ahead by waiting to take your Social Security at either age 67 or 70 is that you have to live to at least maybe 80 to 84 years old. My break-even is 83, and this is one of the reasons I'm going to take it early. By taking it at 62, you do earn 30% less, but you need to actually live past your break-even point. So I have to live past 83 before I start making more money by waiting. And like I talked about previously in this video, the years where you can actually do things and enjoy life is way before 83, in my opinion. Of course, there's people that are super healthy, but really what you need to consider waiting if you're in good health and it means that you think you're going to live until you're 95 or 100, then it makes sense. But that doesn't apply to everybody. And so claiming at 62 for me allows me to have more money while I'm healthy and mobile and I'm able to enjoy life. But here's what I want you to take away from all of this. Filing at 62 is not always the right move. For many people, waiting does make sense. But if the go-go years matter to you, and if you're watching the 2033 deadline, if you're protecting savings from a down market, if you're facing that 3-year insurance gap before Medicare, or if the break-even math simply doesn't fall in your favor, filing early isn't settling. It's making the best decision with the information you have in front of you. So if you enjoyed this content, again, subscribe for clear, calm guidance on Social Security, Medicare, scams, AI, all directed toward our age group. And if you know somebody wrestling with this decision right now, make sure you share this with them, because the more information you have, the better decisions you can make.